So, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with a regional top 8 deck profile. TJ, what deck did you play this weekend, man?
ALTERGEIST.
ALTERGEIST, right now your current record is 7-0 right now. So
only other undefeated in the room.
Only the other undefeated in the room, and also you got one more match to play, right?
Yep.
So you're guaranteed at least top 4 in this tournament. Why did you decide to play ALTERGEIST?
Well, I feel like it's a really good stun deck, but then once you get past turn 1 and the fact that you're just setting for back row, it just gets really explosive, and you go from having a board of like 1 monster to a board of having 6.
Yes.
You just have so many interrupts that it's not even funny.
Okay, and how do you feel about this deck right now being in today's current meta game?
I feel like it has a problem against True Draco, but if you know the True Draco matchup in and out, you don't really have too many problems as you would expect.
Okay, awesome. So without further ado, do you have anything else you want to say before we begin with this video?
Let's get into it.
Let's get started, man. Let's get started. All right. Cool. Let's go over the monsters. Let's go. All right.
So triple ALTERGEIST Marionetter, obviously it's like one of the best 2. Then you play the 3 multi-faker because this is the best card in the deck.
How good is this card, in this deck? Explain.
Okay, so the big thing about this card is like anytime you activate any trap, it doesn't matter if it's a counter trap, continuous trap, anything, you just summon it and then you get another free summon out of your deck. So like if you just activate this card, you just went +1. So, and then like you can trigger this on your own turn too. Like personal spoofing is a great card because even if you have nothing else, you can just put this back, add it back to your hand, and then trigger it.
Wow, that's insane. All right, awesome. So, and what do you usually bring out with multi-faker? Like,
multi-faker, I will either bring out one of the 3 Meluseek, because this card just searches and it just freely sends stuff to the graveyard, or the 2 Sulcatus, because just being able to have a bounce, it really depends on what your back row is. If you have Protocol, you're going for the Meluseek, otherwise you're going for Sulcatus, because you can just bounce the Marionetter and then just have another free summon on your own turn.
All right, awesome. And, in your opinion, this is the correct monster lineup that you should be playing in the deck, right?
Well, you should be playing the 1 Kun Query.
Oh, are you serious? Okay, so...
the 1 Kun Query, because, like, the fact that you can pop this with Sulcatus, and this is not once per turn.
Okay.
So, you being able to negate a monster effect anytime you bring this out, whether it's with Marionetter, whether it's with, multi-faker, anything, it's just too good.
Okay,
too
awesome.
Good.
So, this is the perfect monster lineup, correct?
For the ALTERGEIST, yeah.
All right, awesome. Cool.
And then hand traps, triple Ash Blossom, and then triple Ghost Ogre. These are like the quintessential hand traps.
Yeah.
I play Reaper inside, but these are the only ones you really need to ban because you play so much other back row that hand traps aren't necessarily, the most important thing in your deck.
Cool. So that's pretty much it for the monsters, right?
Yep, that's it for the monsters.
Let's go off to your spells.
Only 3 spells I play are 3 duality.
3 duality. I actually think this card is the correct one to play as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, play Desires because it's a +1. My logic is, I want to be able to see my combo cards as soon as I can, and this lets me choose what I get. So I can choose to like grab spoofing, I can choose to grab like multi-faker depending what's out there, and I can choose what's appropriate for the scenario. So like playing Desires is just silly.
And 3-pot Desires has, so 3-pot duality has never been cloggy for you?
No.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Let's go out to your traps.
3 personal spoofing. Like,
how good is this card?
Okay, so the fact that you can literally just shuffle any ALTERGEIST card from your hand or from your field is pretty good. So you can recycle your resources on board, and it helps you get to your multi-faker, helps you trigger your multi-faker. So this is like probably the best trap in the deck. And
I know that a lot of people play only 2 personal spoofings, but you just want to maximize yourself on actually.
I want to maximize my consistency.
Okay, awesome. So 3 spoofing is the correct one.
3 protocol. Okay. Because even if you open multiples of this, if you can put it back with spoofing. And then the other thing is you want to have enough targets for Marionetter to be able to resolve it as many times as possible. Okay. And then 2 manifestation. I know a lot of people are playing 3, but I feel like seeing this in your opening hand without spoofing and without like having Meluseek to be able to make Link Karibo is just like, it's a brick in that sense. And you can always just recycle this. Like I will often just bounce this with Sulcatus and just keep bringing back like multi-fakers, do stuff like that. So it's something that you can just easily just keep bringing back. And then Sulcatus, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can just grab this back. So
correct. Only 2 copies.
2 infinite impermanence.
Okay, explain this card.
Okay, so I felt like 3 was too many because you're already playing the 3 Ash and the 3 Ogre, and like being able to trigger multi-faker on your opponent's turn or on your opponent's first turn is pretty good, but like I have not seen this card at all today. Okay. I saw it once and I didn't even flip it. I set it and I never used it. Okay. So. And so would you recommend something else for those who are budget players, Effect Villa or anything like that? I'd probably play more Floodgates. Oh, more Floodgates over this? Yeah, I play some Floodgates, but like if you're more of a budget player, I would definitely say more Floodgates because if you go first and you open a Floodgate, you just usually win. Right. Because your Floodgates, you just flip at any time and they also let you trigger. Yeah, right. So. Right. That's pretty insane. So double infinite impermanence, which you didn't see at all, just once. Yeah. Cool. All right. 2 Unending Nightmare. 2 anti-spell fragrance, and 1 Imperial Order.
Okay, so this is your floodgates, right?
Yeah, Unending Nightmare is actually really good because you can just, it hits pendulums, you just hit the scales you need to hit, and then you can also hit Draco because they can't, like, when they go for their tribute spells, like, yeah, they'll end up popping this, but at least typically you're just going to end up hitting the diagram.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's pretty good. And then obviously Imperial Order, best floodgate in the game, like.
And then, like, obviously, like, you're not playing any spell cards other than Pot of Duality in the deck anyway, so it's like
so
broken.
I don't care if I play, like, anti-spell, Imperial Order, on any of that stuff.
Okay, awesome, cool.
And then to round off the traps, I play 2 Solemn Strike, 1 Solemn Judgment, and 1 Solemn Warning.
And the Solemn Brigade is just the perfect package.
Yeah, it's a perfect package. Plus, it's really nice that you can just trigger Multi-Faker at the end of the chains with these. So, I mean, it doesn't matter that you're playing counter traps.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty awesome. That's good to know. And another thing, you know, Multi-Faker says that you can't special summon any other monsters other than Altergeist for the turn, right? You activate this effect.
Yeah, who cares?
Okay, who cares?
You're literally just gonna summon Hextia and you're gonna win.
Okay, awesome, cool. Let's go off to your extra deck.
Extra deck, yeah. So I never made these, but for rank 4s, I went into Tornado Dragon and Dweller just because oftentimes you'll just see a bunch of Marionetters on the field, and they're nice options to have, but they're not necessary.
Right. So just in case.
Yeah. The main extra deck, Link Karibo, obviously like the best card. If you open Meluseek in like a trap, you just Meluseek, summon Link Karibo, search Multi-Faker, you know, it's just a 1 card, you know, easy win con.
So only 1 Link Karibo?
I don't feel like more than 1's necessary because as soon as you get it in the graveyard, if you have Meluseek on board, you can just summon this out of the graveyard.
Correct.
So you're not using up your extra monster zone.
Right.
1 Kidolga, this comes up sometimes because being able to inflict battle damage to your opponent off something like Meluseek or hitting them with like any kind of other Altergeist and then being able to summon a monster to where this points to, hitting them for an additional 1,000, allowing it to attack. Like you can still do this monster in their graveyard and just put out massive damage on board.
Correct. So 1 Kidolga.
2 Hextia, 3's just too cloggy because you want room in your extra deck for like Reaper targets, stuff like that. So 2 is an ideal number. I typically only make 1 in a game anyway.
And this card is your Spell and Trap card negator, right?
Yeah, Spell and Trap negate, and then if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to add an Altergeist card from your deck.
This card only negates activation, not effects, right?
In the TCG, that is correct. In the OCG, it will negate effects. In the TCG, it can only negate activations.
Wow. Okay.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid. Like, we should get that exact same effect too here in the TCG.
Prime Banshee, I never made it, but the fact that I can activate this on my opponent's turn to be able to like trigger something like a Meluseek or be able to get like the Multi-Faker and just keep like comboing out my plays, it's a nice option to have even though, you know, I never really made it.
Cool.
Deco Talker and Borlo just because, you know, good generic Link monsters.
Yep.
And then my Reaper targets were ABC Dragon Buster.
Yes.
The Independent Nightingale.
For the FTK.
Toad. Electromite. Phantom Quartz for, again, the other FTK, and Mechaba, because I expected a lot of Mech Knight and Vote.
Yes.
After this regional, I certainly would play the Spiral Double Helix, because I've noticed Spiral is such a huge threat right now, and I might even play Isolde for the Goki deck, yeah. Because I've saw so many Goki players today, and it's the deck is crazy. Like, being able to, like, 3-card extra link your opponent with a, like, triple co-link Trigate is just stupid. And then having like 4 other cards in hand, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so that's another thing that you'll be changing into your extra deck, right? Yeah. So adding cards like more, just basically more cherries target for the metagame. Yeah. All right, awesome. So let's go out to your side deck. Side deck, 3 Reaper, because this is like the best hand trap against everything that's not True Draco.
right, correct.
Board wipes, Regeki, Dark Hole, you know, the obvious stuff. Red Reboot for the mirror match.
How good is this card? Can you explain this card, please?
I really don't like this card.
How come?
I will tell you why. If you're playing this in the mirror match, the instant you activate this against them, if they have personal spoofing, they're just going to set it out of their deck. I did this to so many players today because they thought they would just win. You literally have to OTK your opponent through this, and if you don't, you just lose.
Right, correct, because like trap.
And then True Draco, this is only really good on your turn when they're trying to use like the revival trap, like the True King's Return, and like Apocalypse is whatever. Like if they activate Apocalypse, it's not the biggest deal in the world. So I didn't feel like it was the best card, but it's also really good against evenly matched
card. Awesome. Cool.
Speaking of evenly matched, play 3 evenly matched for the times you're forced to go second, because this is just an auto win against stuff like True Draco.
Yes.
Because, you know, they don't have anything to stop it. D-Barrier, because auto wins against pendulums. Yes. And then the 3rd anti-spell fragrance, again, more pendulum hate. And also, it does hit True Draco, so. Alright, so that's pretty much it for deck profile. Do you have anything else you want to say? You know, any other changes other than the extra deck cards or anything like that? Or you think that your deck list is perfect so far? I feel like maybe if I got my hands on a third impermanence, I might try to play it in the deck. I'm not sure what I'd cut, but
Yes.
it definitely does help having like additional disruption on your opponent's first turn. So.
Okay, and also for those of you who are on a budget players, you suggest that you should play more floodgates over the impermanence, right?
Stuff like Rivalry of the Warlords, because it's really good against hitting stuff like Spiral. It doesn't hit Draco much, but it'll hit the Pendulum Magician because it stops them from putting out all their interrupts.
Correct.
So like stuff like that just is a good budget option for other players.
All right, awesome. You know, any shoutouts that you want to give? You know,
shoutouts to all the local Buffalo boys, because you know Buffalo, New York, including Team Eccentric, my boys.
Shoutouts to you guys, Team Eccentric.
Boys, so.
Shout out, bro. Shout out to you guys.
And that's about it. And shout out to you, Sam. You're the man.
No problem. Thank you so much for this deck profile. Congratulations on top 4, man. That's amazing with Ultra, guys. This is Sam from Team Sam. Sam signing out. Thank you so much, TJ. All right, guys. Peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a key with it. Like, no, this league business.